How are you guys? We are here. Why are you laughing? Hello out there in TV land. This is your girl, Jenna. And today, we are going to talk about J to the Izzo. Okay? That's what we talking about. J to the Izzo. But first, make sure you what? Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Sound off below. Cut your notifications on. And you know your girl is what? Crocheting. So we going to talk about Jay-Z getting on the Grammys, saying that he wants his wife to win the album of the year. And I have my opinions of this, okay? All right, so let's just talk about it. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long because I got stuff to do. Hold on. I need help with this. All right, hold on, y'all. We're going to talk about Beyonce, okay? We're going to talk about Beyonce and her many, many accolades, guys. Okay, that's what we about to do. Hold on now. Hold on. You know what? Forget it. Hold on. You know they gotta be real classy, okay? Hold on. Okay, so we're going to listen to the acceptance speech, all right? And, okay, I want you to see this. I want you to come in here and see that. Go into live now and see how many people in there. And you see that? Mm-hmm. And not one person said hello. So, all eyes on me. And that's why I get so nervous on here because it's like I'm on the stage and everybody just, you know what I mean? Just looking and seeing what the heck I'm about to say. You know? All right. So let's talk about Beyonce. Beyonce is one of the most successful and acclaimed artists in Grammy history. So, you know, I would basically say that Beyonce is the most decorated celebrity out there. There is, other than Michael Jackson, there's probably going to be no other. Hey, I'm fine. How are you, Miss Alicia? There's probably not going to be any other celebrity like herself. Okay? And in my opinion, you should be grateful for that. Let me put these glasses on because I certainly need them. Goodness gracious. Is this darn stuff ruining my eyes? Doing crocheting?
It shouldn't.
Of course not. But it does take a lot of concentration, y'all. Look. Let me go ahead and do this this circle real quick, y'all. Okay? Because I'm trying to promote y'all to get into some hobbies. And, you know, crocheting has helped me. All right, so let me get in here real quick. And do what I'm supposed to do, which is start this. Because I'm actually, y'all, I'm making me a tube top out of granny squares, y'all. I've been working on this for a few weeks. Yep. I've been working on this for a few weeks. And I can't wait to get... Well, I can wait. But when I'm finished this, it will be a great reward. And that's why I like crocheting. Because you put your time into it. And then afterwards, you get a nice reward for your diligence. Okay? So, Beyonce, like I said, is the most decorated celebrity out there, guys. Okay? She has won 32 Grammy Awards and has been nominated 79 times. Well, okay. Well, I'm a math person. You won 32 out of 79. That is roughly 60%. That's failing, y'all. Wow, I didn't know that. Is that good, baby?
What's the ratio again?
She got nominated 79 times and won 32 Grammy Awards.
Oh, yeah, that's not...
Okay, that's different. Okay, that's different. Now I'm gonna tell you, y'all, and I'm not gonna say I'm not a Beyonce fan. I will say that I have outgrown her content. Okay, is that okay to say? Sometimes you just outgrow people's content. I do not take away from her diligence, from her hard work, and from her literally being relevant since 1997. I remember getting the first album from Destiny's Child. I had the hard CD. I liked a few hits on that, a few songs, Say My Name, No, 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 The Writings on the Wall. That's the one. That was I think their first album was The Writings on the Wall. And that's when I became a Destiny's Child fan. I liked Destiny's Child, and then when she separated from Destiny's Child, for me, it just was a little too concentrated. I really haven't rocked Beyonce probably since she was like jamming on the one and jamming on your horns now, you know, the Pink Panther and all that. She was okay there. I wasn't the Crazy in Love fan. You know, I'm just not I'm not a Beyonce fan. Just keep it real. I'm not a Beyonce fan. And you probably won't hear too many people say that because we're all kind of like, you know, programmed to like certain people. But I've grown out of her content. You know, she stays relevant for the younger people. I'm in my 40s now. She doesn't make music for us 40-year-olds. She makes music for the teeny boppers. And I get that because the teeny boppers are always going to be around versus us old people. We get older and we change and then boom, you know. All right, so making her the most awarded and most nominated artist ever, okay? She has won awards in different genres such as pop, R&B, rap, yikes. I didn't know that. Did you know that she run some in the Yeah. I love doing these little things, guys, because it helps me to learn too. So you guys, I'm actually reading this in live time, meaning I've never even heard of it my darn self. Okay, so rap, rock, and gospel. Okay, all right. So with that being said, with her not winning album of the year, nobody can really touch her in the game of entertainment, because that's what Grammys are. It basically is an academy or a group of people who basically award those people who have contributed to the entertainment business musically. Okay, and from what I understand, a few Grammys they didn't go to. You know, they didn't support Grammys. They didn't support Lady of Soul Awards, or didn't support certain things that would never show up. And, you know, now all of a sudden you want to show up and say this, Jay, and we haven't even gotten to him. We're going to talk about his wife. Now, in 2001, she won 2 awards with Destiny's Child, Say My Name. Okay. Yeah, Say My Name, which that was really not my best song. I did not like that. Didn't like the video. Michelle looked a little out of place to me. She always has looked out of place to me, in my opinion, but that's another video. She won 1 award in 2002 with Destiny's Child for Survivor. And that's when they become a three group. Okay. She won 5 awards for her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, which I think was probably her most popular contribution to the music industry. Okay. Including Best Contemporary R&B album, Best R&B song, Best Rap Sung collaboration for Crazy in Love. Oh, my bad. How ignorant did I feel? She's married to Jay-Z. Well, that's why she got the rap thing, babe.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, I completely forgot about that because Jay-Z really doesn't make any more music like that. Okay, R&B album, Best R&B song, and the Best Rap Sung collaboration for Crazy in Love. Best R&B performance by duo or group for The Closer I Get to You with Luther Vandross or Dross. And Best Female R&B Vocal Performance of Dangerously in Love. Okay, so look, like I said, she has gotten her dues, okay? And that's in 2004. Honey, we in 2024. This lady, this woman, this icon to you guys, because she's not one to me, has really been decorated. You know, why complain? She won one award for So Amazing with Stevie Wonder. Never heard that song. Have you guys heard that? I've never. She won 6 awards for her 3rd solo album, Sasha Fierce, including Song of the Year, Best Female R&B Vocal Performance, Best R&B Song for Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, which was taken from Bob. I mean, that video was completely taken from another person. It was not original, okay? But it's out there. All this stuff is out there, guys. I'm not saying anything you guys shouldn't know. Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for Halo. Best Traditional R&B Vocal Performance for At Last. And for, I guess that was in from Cadillac Records. Honey, she's to the point, in my opinion, that anything that her name is on, it is going to be awarded. Is that safe to say, babe? Yeah. Because I didn't like her rendition of who sang that song At Last? What was her name? Etta James. No, I didn't like her version of it. Okay, she won 1 award for Love on Top, which I think was really good. You know, that's when she announced that she was carrying blue. Okay, she won 3 awards for her self-titled 5th solo album, Beyonce, including Best R&B Performance, Best R&B Song, Drunken Love with Jay-Z, and Best Surround Sound Album. She won 2 awards for the 6th solo. Now, I'm going to tell you, Lemonade, I'm going to tell you, starting around 15, 17, she started just saying, basically announcing that she has albums coming out the day before. And then she would have visual albums. I think Drunken Love was a visual album, or Lemonade 2 was kind of like a visual album as well. And I just feel like at that point, she just felt like, hey, I've made it, you know. I don't know and don't care. I'm going to keep going and get this video up, you know. They're quiet. I don't care. Okay, she won 4 awards for her visual album Black is King and her song Brown Skin Girl, including Best Music, Film, Black Parade, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Beyonce has also been nominated for Album of the Year 4 times, but has never won it. Her husband Jay-Z recently called out the Grammys for snubbing her in the category, saying that she deserved to win for Lemonade. Lemonade? Oh, why didn't he say Renaissance? Isn't that something that was recent? Oh, he knows she didn't deserve that, right? Babe?
Oh, yeah.
Lemonade, that's been a few years ago. Yeah. Okay, so this was some beef that's some seasoned beef, if you will. Okay, you can make a taco with it. All right, Beyonce and I am Sasha Fierce. Oh Lord, he going way back because he know darn well Renaissance didn't deserve it. He also praised her for having more Grammys than anyone and being an inspiration to many artists. That's not true. That's not true. Because the thing about it is she's been inspired herself from many artists. So to be inspired by her would be basically inspired by the originals in which she took her inspirations from. I don't see anybody necessarily copying off of her because her style is not original. It's not, right?
That's an interesting point of view, yeah.
Yeah, I really don't think that. Because she's in a lane of her own. Now, I'm gonna tell you, when you're a queen and you basically consummate yourself as a queen, no one can be in your lane. Well, then you put yourself at the highest peak of everything. So why would somebody even try? They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna give it to Taylor Swift. That's what they're gonna do. If you're saying that you're the queen and nobody can get you and all that, what is higher than being a queen? Does a queen need to really get an album of the year? Do they, babe? You're the queen. That is above having album of the year. You have the most Grammys out there. Right?
Yeah.
What else do you need? You can go and everybody, you can say, what's a Beyonce song? Go ahead and recall it. We'll just say one Beyonce song. Babe.
Oh, Crazy Love?
Crazy in Love. Okay, I'm going to say one too, real quick. Halo. What's a Beyonce song? Yeah. What's a Taylor Swift song? Real quick. I don't know one either. Do you know a Taylor Swift song? No. Yeah, that's your album of the year, Jay. All right, let's get into what he got to say.
Thank you very much. I used to say this is a sippy cup with blue. But Blue's grown up now. She doesn't take sippy cup, and she has her own Grammys.
Yikes! What does Blue have a Grammy for? Let me look. Let me go ahead and look up Blue. And I'm not putting nobody down. I'm just bear with me here.
Wow.
Blue Ivy Grammy for what?
Like the youngest Grammy Award winner?
I'm sure. Blue Ivy Grammy. She probably took it from it was another one, I forget, Leanne Rhymes. Okay, Blue Ivy is the daughter of Beyonce and Jay-Z, and she is also a Grammy winner. She won her first Grammy in 2021 when she was 9 years old for Best Music Video. Okay. For Best Music Video for Brown Skin Girl with her mother. She is the youngest person to ever win a Grammy.
I thought so.
She also joined her father on stage in 2024 Grammys when he received the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. She looked very grown up in her white gown and long hair. Many people comment on how much she resembled her mother. Blue Ivy is a talented and beautiful young lady, and she might follow in her parents' footsteps that are bigger than anyone else's in the world, so that would not be possible. All right, let's go.
First of all, thanks to Dr. Dre, said he in the house, he's somewhere. Oh, there he is. Andre Young, thank you, sir. All the doors that you opened.
Andre Young, that's who Dr. Dre is. His Andre Young, and he's received an award for the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, which is something that is brand new because Dr. Dre is also a great man in the he's contributed a lot in the culture. He's contributed a lot in the music industry, and so that is good. Let's keep it moving.
You know, showed us that we can be rock stars. Seeing you on the Rolling Stone. Obviously, there's Run DMC with the Leathers and the Aerosmith. But when you came out west, you took it to a whole new level. Put us on covers.
Okay. First. Darn, I didn't. Hold on. My Lord, hold on. Babe, I gotta get better at this. I'm trying to be like Sean Blazington. All right. I know, right? First and foremost, okay, he said, oh, obviously Run DMC. I'm watching Run DMC documentary now on Peacock, okay? He's probably do a documentary as well, but he has to get a little more older and a lot more humble. Because that's one thing Jay-Z is not, is humble. How you going to be like, obviously, Aerosmith and Run DMC, which is basically, that was the first rock and rapper music ever. Run DMC broke through so he could have his song, 99 Problems. Okay? That's what broke him out. Let's just understand he got that from Run DMC. And I like how he says, you know, I like this little tinker shop like he's freaking Varnell Hill.
First of all, thanks to Dr. Dre, said he in the house, he's somewhere. Oh, there he is. Andre Young, thank you, sir. All the doors that you opened, you know, showed us that we can be rock stars. Seeing you on the Rolling Stone. Obviously, there's Run DMC with the Leathers and the Aerosmith. But when you came out west, you took it to a whole new level. put us on covers, Rolling Stone, put us around the world, you and Snoop, all that y'all did, all the records y'all broke. So thank you for this.
He didn't.
Honored to accept it.
He was saying actually,
and thank you.
He was saying actually, Run DMC did it first, where he collaborated. They collaborated with rock stars, which was Aerosmith.
He said he took it to the West.
But he said he took that vibe to the West Coast. That's what he said. But Run DMC did it first. You can't like remove that. Okay.
The Black Music Collective for all the work that you guys do, scholarships for young creatives, and hopefully, you know, I'm adding to, you know, what you guys are doing out here. Obviously, it's great to have an award for such an icon. How far we've come with Will Smith and them, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince winning their first Grammy.
Hello from Illinois. Hello.
And boycotting because it wasn't televised. And then boycotting because it wasn't televised. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince winning their first Grammy in '89.
Look, first and foremost, I just don't like his spirit. I get what he's saying, that there's a history to what he's about to say. But why is he constantly, as big as he is, and he's a whole billionaire, why is he constantly always riding on someone else's stuff? Like, man, you got your own accolades. Let's hear about that. And only that. But he can't, because he knows his whole stilo was from the past, correct? He, too, was what? Inspired by people before him. Correct?
That's what it's about.
Yeah, yeah.
And boycotting because it wasn't televised. And then they went to like a hotel and watched the Grammys. I didn't even understand what it wasn't a great boycott.
Oh! Did you hear that?
He watched the Grammys from the hotel.
He said their boycott wasn't a great one because they went back to the hotel and watched it. Who is his publicist? Did he just basically lift them up and then smack them all down within 2 seconds? The fact that they didn't go there at all says that they boycotted. Boycott doesn't mean picket it and put stuff on the outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not the only way that you can make a stand.
So how does he know that they
I guess that's what they said. All right, let's go.
Yeah. But then, '98, I took a page out of their book. I was nominated for Best Rap Album, and DMX had dropped 2 albums.
He just said it. I took a page out of their book. He just said it. He just said it. He said, I took a page out of their book. Well, I don't think you took a page out of their book. It's something about him, baby. But I can't say but so much. But you feel me? It's just something about him that it's just not right. And I know y'all like, well, let it go and play. Well, honey, I can't let it play fully. Y'all gonna have to go and do that on yourself. That's just y'all job. I'm here commenting on it. And I gotta freaking spread this out like mustard. Okay? That's what we doing. And we making some granny squares. See? We're making this granny square for my tube top. Yup, at 40-something years old. Yup, I can still chase my youth.
Yeah, they both were #1. Shout out to DMX. And he wasn't nominated at all. So I boycotted and I watched the Grammys. I'm just saying, we want y'all to get it right. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't gotta clap at everything. Obviously it's
He said y'all don't have to clap at everything. They sitting there and they clapping for him, right? And he said y'all don't have to clap for everything.
They still laughed after that.
I don't know if they laughing or if that's a darn machine. Cause I'm like, ain't that kind of rude? He up there getting claps and accolades and all that stuff, and he like, oh no, you ain't gotta clap at everything.
Yeah, because he wanted to get his point across.
Oh, is that what it is?
And it's still
It's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year.
So, oh, this young lady has won more than it's like you just said why she hasn't. She doesn't need to have Album of the Year. There are people who actually are celebrities who have won Album of the Year and probably never heard of them again. Let's talk about Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill in 1 year swept up like 6 or 7, probably 6 because they love the number 6. 6 Grammys in 1 day, and then we haven't heard nothing else from Lauryn Hill since. Have we, Biggie?
No.
She won all them darn Grammys. You get what I'm saying? Still missing his point. No, I'm not missing nothing. I get what they saying, but I could say more, but I can't. But I'm not missing nothing. Because the point is, you got to be grateful. Yes, I'm focused on the Carters because that's who's talking. Just like y'all focused on me. Talking about the Carters, right? It is what it is. The person who's talking is going to get the attention. You feel what I'm saying? And he said, my wife, which he's talking about them. Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you're standing up for somebody, you don't even have to mention your wife because your wife is the biggest celebrity out there. Can't nobody take over that. She doesn't need an Album of the Year. What is an Album of the Year award? That ain't nothing compared to everything else. I'm sorry?
How many Grammys?
She got 32 Grammys. How many Grammys do you need? I don't care. I know he's addressed in the Academy. Oh, by the way, YouTube, this was actually streamed live on FB, and we are talking back and forth. You feel me? But yeah, so she won 32 Grammys. What more does she want? Okay, you don't do Album of the Year. I just asked y'all, what's a Beyonce song? Go ahead, type it up. Instead of typing what you typing, type a Beyonce song real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Now, after that, type up a darn Taylor Swift. Don't go to Google and see. Type up a Taylor Swift song right now. Can you do it? Can you do it? Probably not, because I can't. I just heard a Taylor Swift song yesterday on TT, and I like the words, and I can see why she wanted, to be honest. She's more animated. Which is funny. It's not serious, and it's not talking about all this. Now, I haven't heard her whole album, so I can't say anything. But I'm just saying, she's a little more entertaining. She's not all about her laugh out loud stop. What you mean? Her stuff is a little more entertaining, y'all. It's not all about the glitz and the glam with her. She's just doing the darn thing. It's all up, you know. We know you can wear onesies, boo. We know you can do all this. We all know that. But what else you got to say? Like, music is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to be timeless. And baby, it's just not going on there. She built a name, that's it, and be thankful for what she has. Let's just keep it moving.
So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know. Some of you.
And she's out there with her darn what the heck is going on with B? I don't know what style she got. She got blonde. She went ice blonde, and now she got this little top hat, this little cowboy hat, and she out there like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, girl, you got the whole goddamn world singing your name. People will freaking go down with you, honey. They love you so much. What the heck is an Album of the Year award? She would not even have to have any Grammys, and Beyonce would have that name. Why? Because her father and her mother steered her to be the person she is today. I don't even think she needs the Grammys. To be honest, I didn't even know how many Grammys she won until I did this darn video. Who cares about a darn Grammy? Let's just keep it real. I think this is the first Grammy Jay-Z has ever freaking won in his life. But Jay-Z is one of the best rappers out there. So who gives a darn about a silver record player? Or a golden record player, because that's what it is. That's how the record players used to look back in the day. Who cares about that? Do y'all get my drift? Do you get my drift, Biggie? Biggie.
I just have a lot of cheese award. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not bring back Kanye, because Kanye did this first. This man is still biting off people.
I feel like this is Kanye all over again.
Why you gotta freaking bite off Kanye? Kanye said that, excuse me, but let's just keep it real. Beyonce had the best award. So let's just keep it real. Beyonce got good hits. She can get the butts in the seat. She can get them grooving. But she doesn't have a full conglomerate like myself. I can comment. I can make y'all laugh. I just don't have a good YouTube channel, y'all. I don't understand why people ain't seeing my videos.
Darling, you Beyonce.
I'm the one who deserves a goddamn freaking YouTube of the Year award. I keep trying. I've been out there since 2010. I know I done changed from a hairstylist to an enthusiast to a mukbanger and now a crocheter and now a blogger and all that. But where haven't I gotten my just due? You know what I'm saying? You know, I need what I need. It doesn't matter. The point is, God gives you what you know, it is what it is. He gave me stamina. He gave me who I am today. And who am I? You know what I mean? This girl got a whole Picasso in her house. Everybody knows about Beyonce. She's bigger than Michael Jackson. Oh, yeah, I said it. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what else do you need? That's called greed, y'all. At the end of the day, that's called greed. Let's get into it.
Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed.
Oh! Did you hear that? Let me rewind that. Let me rewind the
Some of you may get robbed.
Oh! Now, why would he say that?
Some of you may get robbed.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 minute.
Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category.
Well, now, was that needed? He might have been able to get his point across if he didn't just slap up the whole audience talking about, first of all, some of y'all may feel like y'all robbed, I guess robbed from getting the award that he's holding in his hand. Some of y'all may get robbed, like you telling people may get robbed, and some of y'all don't even belong in the category with me. Is that nice?
No. He's in the wrong category.
No, he did not say that. He said some of y'all don't even belong in the category.
Some of y'all, okay, I mean, play it again.
Okay.
Some of you don't belong in the category.
He said some of y'all don't even belong in the category.
Oh!
And they out there just laughing. And who laughing? We all know who laughing. Okay? Because he's making a complete whatever. You sitting there and you're trying to say that your wife deserves this. You sitting there with a Grammy in your hand. Instead of being grateful for that, you telling everybody else that they don't deserve it and shouldn't even freaking be nominated for it. And you may get robbed after this show. Now, what gangster stuff is he doing?
No, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
When I get nervous, I tell the truth. That's what he said, Biggie. He's drunk with his own celebrity.
So if he's not nervous, he tells lies.
He basically.
Is he smacking the Grammys?
He's smacking it all up, but yet.
This is Will Smith #2.
No, please do not put this man in the same category as Will Smith.
He's smacking up the Grammys after he won.
No, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. He did not smack up the whole Grammys. Please do not put Will Smith and Jay-Z in the same category, darling. They don't belong. No.
I put my head back and forth. My head. They all together.
First of all, Will Smith will sit there and cry on you and say, I'm sorry, all in one night. And that's what he did. Okay? He's a lot more humble
Okay.
than some Jay-Z.
Okay.
But outside of that, you know, we got to keep showing up. And forget the Grammys for a second, just in life. Woo! As my daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am. Just in life, you got to keep showing up.
Yikes.
Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys. You got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve.
The only accolades we need is the accolades at the end of our life when God says, "Good work, thy faithful servant." And that's what y'all heard from T.D. Jakes. Unfortunately, T.D. Jakes may not hear that. I'm just keeping it 100 unless he gets saved. Honey, who gives a darn about this earthly stuff? First and foremost, you can go ahead and win Album of the Year for 40 years straight. You can't take not one Grammy award with you when you get out of this earth. Okay? Yeah, that's what we do on this channel. We go ahead and we speak the truth. Yep, the real truth, not Jay-Z's truth. I'm just keeping it real. And if you want accolades from down here, you're going to be doing a lot of devilish stuff to get them. No thank you. You can keep your awards. Boom. Let's get into it.
Call you chairman until they call you a genius. Until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
First of all, you being a genius and a goat is devilish. Because who's a genius? You're not above God. Nobody's smarter than him. Nobody can do what he can do. We will never be God. And that's basically what goat means. Greatest of all time. When greatest of all time is the Lord. Okay? Ain't nobody going to take that away from him. Okay? I don't give a darn what you can do. You can win 9,000 of those awards and you still won't be bigger than God. But some people won't get that message.
Me? Thank you.
And that's it, and that's all, and that's the end. But I'm just saying, I usually don't talk about them, but I thought that I should. If I had to wrap this whole situation up, which I really did, yeah, I made this original content, didn't I? But the thing about it is this. If I had to wrap this whole situation up in one word, I would say greed. And greed is one of the Lord's most deadly sins. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Because we always have to wrap it up in the word. Because that's what we do on What's the Tea. We talk about the celebrities because they're human. They fall short. They don't know no better. And so it has to be somebody out here that can get it to the people that want to go ahead and make these celebrities their God. Them celebrities can't wake you up in the morning. They can't heal your body when you're not well. They cannot get you into heaven. And they're not going to share not one plug nickel of the money that they make. So with that being said, let's see what the 7 deadly sins are. And this is why they always say Holly weird. Because more than likely, the 7 deadly sins are all wrapped up into the celebrity lifestyle. Let's get into it, okay? I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again because I feel like it needs to get to the masses. It really does. See, when we get to this point, people get a little bit of more shudder and they get a little more, quiet, and they may leave the room. That's okay, because all I have to do is what? Help one person. Yes. And I pray that all of these people get delivered, because at the end of the day, none of these earthly things that we accomplish goes with us. None of it. Somebody else will be dusting off your Grammy. Someone else will be listening to your music. Someone else may even remake your music. Doesn't Beyonce do that? So, yeah. The 7 deadly sins are a list of vices. Okay? And all of us can embody these things. Okay? It's just that with celebrities, they have a bigger audience. You may have an audience of just your parents, of your immediate, your spouse, but they have the masses looking at them. So when they embody these things, unfortunately, they're pushing it out to a lot of people, and sometimes we can't even identify it. Okay, so the vices are weaknesses, y'all. What's your vice? My vice is anger. My vice is worry. I worry a lot, but God is working on me with that. Okay, that are considered to be harmful for one's spiritual and moral life. They are pride. Okay, you guys can look this up on your own. I would love to break that down. Pride. Okay, I talk about this, the Leviathan is pride, okay? Greed, okay? Greed is having all that you have, but yet you're still not grateful. Pride is boastful, basically. If I had to say, what is pride? Pride is being boastful. Pride is not accepting your faults. Pride is not having accountability. And so the two spirits that I think about that is a Leviathan and, of course, Jezebel. Okay? Greed, I said that. Wrath, that's anger. Okay? That's anger. Okay? Envy. Okay? Envy. And there's a difference between jealousy and envy. That's why they say jealousy and envy. Okay? You guys look that up on your own time. Lust. Lust is not just for intimacy, guys. Lust can be for money. Lust can be for fame. Gluttony. Gluttony is not just about food. Gluttony can be about money. It can be about fame. And sloth. Sloth is not just about being a mess physically. It's about being just lazy spiritually and not wanting to do the work. These sins are also opposed to the 7 heavenly virtues, which are humility, charity, patience, kindness, chastity, temperance, and diligence. So if I had to break down all of these words, just in case someone may not understand, okay? Virtues, humility, humbleness, humility, shameness, being ashamed. I think I would put that in there. You guys can look that up on yourself. But humility is just knowing that, okay, I'm human. I'm not perfect. Charity, of course, is what we do every day. Charity doesn't have anything to do with money. It has everything to do with time. Okay, so giving your time to something, or of course giving your monetary contributions to charity. We're all kind of charity. Okay, let's just keep it real. I'm charity. When you guys watch my videos, just understand that I appreciate everything you do. When you are sitting and listening to my commentary, you are giving to my channel. And when you give to my channel, I'm able to give more to you guys. That's charity. We all need it. You do not want to have a life without charity. Patience. Patience has everything to do with when you're building something. Not expecting something to take off overnight. She's not being patient. I know she's been in the game for 30 years, but baby, you've had all of the accolades that one can get on this earth. Okay? But patience is understanding that today may not be the day where things may look the way you want them, but just know that God has something for you down the line. But you have to be patient. If you're not patient, you will rush stuff. You will freaking lose out on a blessing, a forever blessing. You know, sometimes the things that we get from the devil or things that we get from evil entities, of course, not sometimes, all the time, they do not last. You know, inner peace and things like that does not come from having fame, from having fortune, from having money. It just does not come from that, okay? Kindness, being kind to one another. That's one thing about being on social media that a lot of us have to understand. When you leave comments, when you leave likes and things like that, that's showing that you're being kind. But the kind of comments and the kind of interaction that you have with people who make content and vice versa, even people who are content creators, I've seen them disrespect people who watch them, who actually contribute to their life. You have to be kind, which is very rare in this life. Having kindness is very rare. Chastity. Chastity, of course, you know, is basically maintaining yourself for your husband or wife. And it could be, a little bit deeper than that. Not giving your possessions, your physical possessions away to everybody. I think it's chastity, being chaste. Okay? Temperance. Temperance, of course, that's something that I am dealing with today. When I say today, meaning in my life. About when to be angry and when to not, and how far to go. You know, regular people may call it boundaries. You know, we have to have boundaries with self as well, and basically say how far we're going to go with this. Okay, having temperance, your temperature. You know, going. You know, basically feeling where you're going to go, how high. Don't allow your anger or whatever, your greed, whatever, to get too above, because we all can be greedy sometimes. Sometimes I lose face of what I do. I look at my numbers on my YouTube and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I want more. But then I have to realize that God gives you what you need. When he wants to give you any kind of increase, he'll give it to you when you need it. Okay? And diligence. And that's one thing we all have to understand. You have to be diligent. And diligence is not basically doing things when everything is good. Diligence is doing things when everything may not seem good. And you're still working, you're still at it, and you're still trying. That's diligence. The concept of the 7 deadly sins has its origins in the writings of early Christian monks and theologians, okay? The 7 deadly sins are also mentioned or implied in various passages in the Bible, such as Proverbs and Galatians, guys. And you can go and read that on your own, okay? 7 deadly sins are not only religious concept, but also a cultural and artistic one. They have inspired many works of literature, art, music, and film throughout history. Okay? So, yeah. 7 deadly sins. In fact, my husband and I, we was watching Lifetime, and I think we're on, anyway, it's a movie, T.D. Jakes or whatever of, what is it? Pride. Okay, it's called Pride, okay? And it has Stephanie Mills in it. So, of course, they know about the 7 deadly sins, are also a topic of interest for many people who want to learn more about themselves and their moral choices. So if you're not aware of the 7 deadly sins, you may embody them all the time and don't even know it. Okay? At the end of the day, we just need enough finances to be able to save when we're not able to work anymore, be able to feed ourselves and our families, and be able to keep a roof over our head, which also consists of your bills, okay? If you have that, you're blessed. If you don't have that, you're still blessed, but you just need to do more work. We all have been where we may not have enough finances for this or that, but thank God I have this. You have to go through struggle to be thankful. If everything was everything and you got everything off the block and nothing had to be done and you have not cried before and not have, first of all, you have to understand, you really, if you really look at your life, you've never had lack. Because God, he takes care of his children. Okay? He takes care. I've never been hungry a day in my life, not by on purpose. I've chose to fast. I've chose to skip a meal. But if I wanted to eat, I could eat. I've always had a roof over my head from before birth. I had a roof then. My mother was my original roof. And then when I was born, they always had a place for me to stay. I ain't never been on the street. Thank you, Lord. I've always had clothes on my back. I haven't had to do anything immoral to put clothes on my own back or my family's back. I haven't had to dig through any trash, guys. I remember one day I went to school, hair school, and I would see this mother. She had a baby in a stroller, and she was digging through trash, and I saw another person digging through trash, and I just was standing there waiting for the bus, and it was nothing I could do. All I did was go home and say to my husband, you know what I saw today? I saw somebody digging through the trash of food, which made me feel more thankful for having the food that I had. Now, the food that I had was packaged Murray's and not the best food, but I'm sure that would have been gourmet to the person going through the trash. In fact, it's funny I'm talking about this because I watched a documentary or something about Beyonce, and they were talking about her father, which they have completely separated her from her balance, which was her parents. If you notice, her father is not even talked about anymore, but let's just keep it real. Her father is the one who kind of basically beyond her heavenly father, which is God, but her earthly father actually, at least the man who acted as her father, that's another video. It's not another video. It's just something I put out there. Anyway, he actually had those girls, running and singing at the same time. And he got them the gigs, and he started the girls' time, and then it was Destiny's Child, and he put those in there. He said he did not want her to be spoiled because she doesn't have a rags to riches story. Beyonce does not have a rags to riches story. She has a rich to riches story. If you go back, her mother had a whole, salon. And her dad, Matthew Knowles, actually worked at Xerox. And so, what's her name? Tina Knowles actually said they made 6 figures already. So they were rich. She is not from the Marcy Projects like her husband, Jay-Z. He came from Marcy Projects, right? I've never lived in projects, so that's another thing, But anyway, my point is, he said that he would take her to the slums and take her to the ghettos and places where people were less fortunate so she can understand thankfulness. But she doesn't have that father now. She doesn't have that dynamic anymore. Hollywood probably has kind of put the scales over her eyes, and she doesn't know that she is very, very fortunate. I'm not going to say rich, because to me, once you get into God's camp, you know, being rich has nothing to do with money. Okay, so I would say she has a lot of financial gains, which God wants us to be financially stable. He wants us to have those type of things. Why? Because we wouldn't be able to do his work. I wouldn't be able to do his work if I'm out on the street, if I don't have money, if I don't have electricity, if I don't have food. So of course he wants us to be financially stable. He wants us to live in abundance, but he also wants us to realize where our true wealth comes from, and it's not on earth. It's in heaven. It's from him. Okay. Okay, so there are, you know, various quizzes, tests, and surveys that claim to reveal one dominant or hidden sin. However, these are not very reliable or accurate, and they are based on superficial and arbitrary criteria. A better way to examine one's sins is to reflect on one's actions, motives, and attitudes, and compare them with the teachings of the Bible and the church. This can help one to identify and overcome one's weaknesses and to grow in virtue and holiness. And that's all we do every day, guys. You know, social media to me is an avenue to get out here and talk to people, make videos, and help people that I'll never meet in my lifetime. That's one thing I love about social media, that it gives us a space to be able to reach homes that we would not be able to physically go into. However, it also opens us up to other spirits that can be basically shared with us that may not be godly. And so you have to have the discernment to know what's good and what's not, okay? And if you're struggling with that, get into the word. Just know that if I had to say anything about this story right here, is greed, and that's never good. Okay, guys? Thank you for watching, and